What's up everyone, this is Wasim from the Tech Boys and I have my full review for you guys of the new Motorola Atrix HD. So this is a fairly new phone released on AT&T. You can get it for $99 with a 2-year agreement. And I'm going to give you my overall review and impression of the Atrix HD. First we're going to talk about the hardware and design. So we're going to talk about the front of the device first. It has a 4.5-inch HD 720 by 1280 pixel screen. It is LCD with ColorBoost technology. So this is probably one of the most AMOLED looking but LCD screens on the market. You can see that front facing camera right at the top. On the thinness standpoint, it is 8.6 millimeters thick on the thinnest part. So you can see how it's a little bit thicker where the camera is, and that's similar to the Droid Razr and the Razr Max on Verizon. On the back there is a Kevlar backplate, so it's supposed to be pretty scratch resistant and pretty powerful. It also has a nano coating, so it's really water resistant. That's throughout the phone. On the back is an 8 megapixel camera that can shoot in 1080p video, and there is of course the flash as well as the speaker. The phone comes in this white color or like a dark gray. So here is the white, and you can see we have the power button and the volume rocker on the right side. And at the top we have the headphone jack, the micro USB charging port, and the mini HDMI out. And we also have a little flap right over here. And in there you're going to get a micro SIM as well as an expandable micro SD that can take up to 32 gigabytes. Inside the phone is a 1.5 gigahertz dual core Snapdragon processor. It has 1 gigabyte of RAM, 8 gigabytes of internal storage. The device is powered by Android 4.0.4 Ice Cream Sandwich, which Motorola's basically, they're calling it Android Motor Blur user interface. So the Motorola Atrix HD, as for the design, it's nice, but it's not ergonomic. So if you compare it to like the Galaxy S3, where it has its curved edges and the back is slightly curved, this is completely squared off. The back is straight, so it kind of feels like you're holding like a brick in your hand. So it doesn't feel as comfortable, but it's still a pretty good design. If you've seen the Motorola Razr on Verizon, this is pretty much the exact same phone as design-wise. Slightly different because it does have the bigger screen, and it's made for AT&T's network. As for software, like I said, it's running Android 4.0.4 Ice Cream Sandwich with Android Motor Blur user interface. So this is really close to stock ICS. The only things that seem much different is just the icons, and Motorola has changed that. They also added this really cool widget. It's called Circle Widget, and here you can get information on your time, weather, as well as battery percentage, and you can interact with it. So if you flip them, you can get your data usage manager, and you flip it again, battery percentage, and then you can add different cities for weather. So that's pretty cool. And if you flip the clock, you get an analog clock styled as well as a digital. And if you do get like a notification or a missed call, that notification will appear right over here. So that's pretty convenient. If you want to jump to that notification, just go ahead and tap on it. And of course, you can always pull down your notification bar and get all your notifications here. So there's really no quick toggles for like Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, GPS like the Galaxy S3 or other devices. There's just quick access for your settings. And then if you notice, there are on-screen, back, home, and recent apps button. So instead of capacitive buttons, they are on the screen just like the Samsung Galaxy Nexus. And I think Motorola also had a really cool UI. So you can see, I don't know if you can see it actually, but I'll zoom in a little bit more. How there's like a little arrow up and down where there's people, calendar, as well as text and phone. So if you need to quickly take a peek at your text messages, let's go ahead and swipe up from the application. So if you do text messages, it opens up like that, and then it shows all your text messages. The same is done for email, so email is there as well. So that's pretty cool. And as for the phone, you can do the same thing. And if you have any calendar appointments, swipe up. You can get a glimpse of what's going on, and you can tap on it and it'll jump right into the app. So the phone is pretty fast. I haven't had really lag as for in the operating system. Motorola has really done a really unique thing as far as adding home screens. So right when you turn on the device, you only get one screen, and if you need to add a home screen, you can press the +1, and you can choose a blank page or start with a template. So the templates can be different. They can be from AT&T services to social networking, entertainment, as well as on the go. Or you can just start with a blank page. So this is a little different, just so if you guys were curious. And as for applications, you're going to get AT&T applications, a code scanner, family map, navigator if you use those services. There's also Quick Light video chat pre-installed, as well as Quick Office Real Racing 2. You also get something really cool called Smart Actions. So Smart Actions has been on Motorola devices for quite a while, but if you haven't known, Smart Actions is a really cool way for your phone to automatically do functions that you're usually doing every day, such as if you're at work, it'll automatically turn on Wi-Fi and connect to your work Wi-Fi network. If you're about to go into a meeting, it will automatically go into silent mode based on the time. Or let's say you're going to a friend's house, based on your GPS location, it can send a text message saying, oh, I'm almost here, things like that. So that's a really cool and really useful function. Definitely wish that this would be a feature in a lot of Android devices. I'm sure you can find third-party apps that can do this, but as for being built in and working so well, this is really a cool feature on the Motorola Atrix HD. Now if we take a look at the keyboards, you're going to get two pre-installed keyboards. There is the swipe keyboard. So this is a new version of swipe, so it looks a little bit different if you've had the Galaxy S2 or even some other older Android devices. And if you haven't seen swipe before, it's really easy to use to swipe your finger across the keyboard and spell out words. So we can say the quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. So it's pretty accurate. If you don't like that, you can also jump to the stock Motorola keyboard. It does take quite a while to get used to, but it works pretty well, and thanks to the 4.5-inch screen, it's nice and big and easy to type on. And if you don't like typing at all, you can always use voice search with Google. That also types out while you're talking, so that is a pretty cool feature. The software definitely gets a thumbs up by me. I think Motorola has made a huge change from the old Motor Blur to the new one. So if you look at Motor Blur on Android 2.2 Froyo and compare it to this version of Motor Blur on Ice Cream Sandwich, it's definitely a huge step forward. Now let's jump into the web browser on this device. So there is the stock browser that comes on the device, but if you have an Android 4.0 Ice Cream Sandwich, I highly recommend just downloading Chrome from the market. It's a lot faster, it's easier to use, and it works across your Gmail services, so all your bookmarks are linked and things like that. So here we have the browser. I've been pretty happy with the browser. You do get occasional lag, so like what you're seeing right now, but nothing too horrible. And we're gonna just jump to a new website, because so let's go to The Verge. So The Verge is right here, and it loads up pretty fast thanks to the fast processor. Especially if you're on 4G LTE, everything works pretty quick. So if you're in a 4G LTE market, you're definitely going to get a lot faster speeds. Text is extremely crisp. The screen is really nice. The colors really pop on this display thanks to the ColorBoost technology. So if we go to the full version, it loads up within seconds. So I've been pretty happy with that. If you're looking for a flash experience, you want to go to the stock Android browser on this device. If you go with Chrome, there's not going to be any flash content. So you can see pinch to zoom is pretty responsive, so nice and fast. Double tap to zoom in, double tap to zoom back out, things like that. Everything works pretty nicely. Of course, you could manage all your tabs with Chrome. Really a really great browser on the Atrix. Transitions are nice and smooth. So everything works just the way it is. Alright, now let's jump into the camera. So here there's an 8 megapixel camera. The colors you're gonna get, they're good. If you're in the perfect lighting situation, the camera is gonna look really nice. But if you're in low light, when I was testing it, it was pretty bad. Could not get a good focus. The flash didn't work pretty that well. So you might, if the camera is the most important thing to you, definitely recommend checking out other devices. But it takes it pretty fast. It focuses within seconds, and you also get a lot of great settings. You can do widescreen photos. You can use the volume up to take the picture, as well as effects like black and white. It's pretty cool. Change it to portrait mode, as well as all your shooting modes, panorama, multi-shot. So it does also do the burst shot, just like the Galaxy S3. Again, it doesn't take many, but it works okay. So you can see all the pictures that I took right there. It's a good camera. If I had to compare it to any other device, I would say it's maybe less than the iPhone 4. And that came out almost two years ago. So the camera is not amazing. It gets the job done. If it's in perfect lighting situations, it looks nice. But as for low light conditions with the flash, it does not perform that well. Now I want to talk about call quality, battery life, and performance. Call quality is really great on the Atrix. Motorola has really great speaker and earpieces, so calls come in crystal clear. I've had over an hour-long conversation straight, and AT&T really improved their network. And with this device, I've had no dropped calls, crystal clear sound. If you're looking for a phone that has really great sound quality, definitely recommend the Atrix HD. As for battery life, it wasn't the greatest, and it's not terrible. If you're using it extremely heavy performance, you're definitely not going to get through a full day. I'll give you an example. I took the phone off the charger maybe about 8:30, 9 a.m. in the morning. Using it moderately, I was able to get through the day about 7, 8 p.m. I was ready to charge it up. But if you're going to use it every day, stream videos, play games, you're definitely going to get a spare battery or even have a car charger laying around, because they will not last for you. For performance, very fast phone, like I said. The screen is really nice, high resolution, and the colors pop out really nicely on this device. Alright, you guys, thank you for watching my review of the Motorola Atrix HD. If you're a first-time smartphone buyer looking to get a smartphone, you don't care about the super crazy specs or super long battery life. For this device, for $9.99, for $99, you're getting a really solid device, fast processor, decent camera, and a nice display. So definitely recommend this phone to first-time smartphone buyers. If you're looking for a super powerhouse with extra long battery life, definitely recommend looking at the Galaxy S3 or even the HTC One X. So again, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.